Parental advisory. It means I say shit. I do what I want. Now watch this video.
This year is known as my time. 14 to 15, you're mine. This is my life as I live with my cat and me. What you got to give? So sit and explore my life. While I walk through life we strive. But I'm here for all to show. Even those left behind can't glow.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the WisemanTimes. Lately, I've been having some difficulty finding a job and all that sort of stuff. I went to the career center, got a caseworker, career counselor, and everything, looking at starting a new career and everything like that. That was last week. I did that just after I got back from Cape Breton. I did a little questionnaire in regards to qualifications and strengths. My caseworker was going to use that to build up a new resume, professional style resume for me, and change it up so that it's not completely filled with just cooking jobs. Well, I was supposed to get that on Monday. It's now Friday. All throughout the week I've been sending emails. I even went down to the career center, found out she had taken a vacation, had somebody else look at the file and everything like that. They said they were going to look at it. And it's the usual shit in this city. You have to push people to actually do their jobs. And it's rather irritating. And today, Friday, I finally got her to send me the resume that she made. Now here's a quick look at the resume. So that was the resume. When I first looked at it, I just went, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, to me, it's 1.5 pages long. It's not spaced properly. It's got the sections and information scattered throughout the whole fucking thing. There's no structure to it whatsoever. It's got my name and address and email and phone number and all that squished at the top of the page, which just happened to be wrong, I might add. That makes it. It looks like she did it in 5 minutes, and it was done by a 5-year-old. It goes back to the old adage: if you want something done right, do it yourself. So now I have to go back and redo the whole resume myself, and go from there. As for jobs I'm going to be looking at, I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking about office work. In my past, I've done office work in the past, doing in motor vehicles and call centers. It was an enjoyable job because, it wasn't as stressful as cooking, it wasn't as fast-paced, and I didn't have to multitask 50 million things at once. Now, where I go from here, I really don't know. She gave me a list of all the job banks and employment agencies in the city. So once I get this resume finished, I'm going to be going, calling each one of those, seeing how I go about applying and see how I go about getting my resume to them and all that. She also gave me a paper to fill out the places I apply to and what happens with them and so on. If after a week I can't get any responses or find a decent job and everything like that, she's going to hook me up with another career counselor who has contacts in the city, who hooks people up with jobs and so on. So I'm going to look at that. I find that the more you push people in this city to actually get the job done, the harder time you have at actually getting them to get their job done, and in turn makes you look bad. And this is no different. I mean, I had to spend a whole week trying to get her just to do a fucking resume that ended up looking like she spent 5 minutes on it and just shoved it off to me to shut me up. It's irritating. It's very irritating. Now here's something I wanted to talk about. I had somebody comment on my last video, Refocusing the Purpose, episode 28 of this year's vlogs. This has nothing to do with this video. Already you fail. Said, anyone can watch a documentary and understand what they are saying and what it means, if you watch it enough. But don't think you are institute material just because you watch documentaries. If that was the case, we would have all these ignorant Americans messing everything up even more. I know at least 10 somewhat ignorant and stupid people that pretty much only watch documentaries, nothing else. Trust me, that doesn't make them smart. One thing I do agree with you, watching documentaries does not make you smart. That of course is obvious. The problem with that and what you said there is that, yes, documentaries does not make you smart. However, documentaries in themselves open up the idea of what they are talking about. It gives you a better understanding of what the topic is explaining. It gives you the chance to expand your knowledge on that specific topic. Now, a good example is I went to a party a couple weeks ago where I was able to talk to somebody who probably literally has seen every single documentary science and space program that I've ever seen. And for like 3-4 hours, we stood there and had an intellectual conversation back and forth about science and technology and the world around us and space and all that. And I had a blast because I was finally able to have an intellectual conversation with the ideas and theories that had been presented to me through watching these programs. Now, if I had simply just watched the documentaries and that was it, then I wouldn't have been able to have an intellectual conversation with this person. Because like we said, documentaries does not make you smart. But it's going beyond the documentaries and finding out the specifics of those documentaries and what they present to you that makes you an intellectual person. I don't claim to be a very smart person, but I'm pretty up to date on what's going on in the world of science and space. I'm pretty up to date on what's going on in the world around me because I take it beyond the documentaries and look for the specifics and teach myself what's going on. A perfect person to watch in regards to lectures and talks is Neil deGrasse Tyson, the guy who demoted Pluto. He's a very smart man. He's very aggressive in how he talks to people, but he gives you specifics. He gives you examples. He expands the knowledge past the documentary base. Because the documentaries are made for stupid people who don't understand, and they simplify everything for you. That is not going to make you smart. It's what you do with that information that makes you smart. So the other night, me and Kelly were out having a smoke on the balcony, and it was during the presidential debate. You know, we were just talking casually, whatever, and then all of a sudden, all you hear, less than, like, just behind the houses across the street, is blah, 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 blah. Gunshots. Within 2 minutes or so, all you hear, all around the area, all you can hear is the coming of sirens. So you know somebody got shot. And Kelly looks at me, she's like, shut up, don't say a word. And my immediate response was to yell out towards those gunshots, only pussies use guns. Why don't you grow some balls? And she's like, shut up, don't say anything like that, shut your mouth. I kind of dropped the ball on reporting on the news of what's going on. Hindsight, I could have just grabbed my camera and run down there before the police even showed up, because apparently there was a whole gathering of people in the area where the gunshots went off. And when the cops showed up, tensions got high, people started yelling, and a brawl ensued. The cops decided to start tasing people. So I dropped the ball on that one. That would have been a fucking video for the ages right there. So when Kelly went to bed that night, I decided to take my camera and go down and, you know, just take a few pictures of the area and what was going on. They already had the police tapes up and everything like that. So here's a couple pictures of that. I thought you guys might enjoy seeing it. But while I was down there, I had a couple interactions that I thought were very curious. And, you know, I was just walking around, taking random pictures and everything like that. And a few people actually, who were behind me at the time, were like, who's this guy? Why is he taking pictures? Who does he think he is? I turned around and said to them, you know, I'm taking pictures because I like to report the news. You know, I have, on occasion, filed stuff onto the Halifax Media Co-op. So that's the thing I was telling people, you know, I was trying to file a news report with the Halifax Media Co-op. And they all sneered at me and treated me like a piece of shit because I was there trying to report what was going on. I approached a few police officers and said, you know, would you mind answering a couple questions for the Halifax Media Co-op? You know, I'm trying to report what's going on here. And they're all like, no, we're not answering you any questions. Why don't you go talk to our sergeant? I'm like, all right, who's your sergeant? They're like, one of those cops over there, or one of those police officers over there. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go over to the next police officers. I'm like, do you mind answering a couple questions as to what's going on here? They're like, no, we're not answering any questions. It's under investigation. If you want to ask any questions, contact the police station and talk to the media consultant or whatever the fuck it is. Alright, fine. Fuck you guys. And you know, let's be honest, I live in a predominantly black neighborhood, and you know, people walking around taking pictures, and I just happen to be a white guy, so they probably automatically assumed I was a police officer, which people have told me that I actually look like one. I felt alienated, so to speak. You know, it was when I lived out west, there were moments when I was riding the bus where I was literally the only white person on there. And you know, it wasn't uncomfortable, but I did notice it. And while I was down there taking those pictures, besides the police officers, I think I was the only white guy over there. So when I was taking the pictures, of course, you know, I was treated as such. Over the past little while, I've been trying to think of ways to expand my channel and expand my videos and try to come up with some unique ideas. What's that? What's going on? Do you guys have any ideas that I could possibly give it a shot? You know, my interests are involved in politics, sciences, social issues, gaming, all that. But keep in mind that I'm using somebody else's laptop that was just as old as my own. I don't have a green screen, I don't have XSplit, I don't have all this other shit. I do have Vegas once again, so I can do some fancy editing there. But let me know if you guys have any ideas for different videos that I can do. My creativity is very limited. I don't have much of an imagination. My brain's not wired that way. So for me, coming up with fresh, new, and unique ideas is very difficult for me. So let me know if you guys have any ideas that you'd like to see. Whether you'd like to see more of the Who the Fuck Said That Q&A videos, or me talking about social issues, or what's going on in the world. Kind of like the Amazing Atheist style videos, which I was going to be doing. But, you know, everything kind of fell apart for me in my life, so I kind of lost track of that part and just went back to doing the vlogs. Let me know if you guys wanted to see me doing the daily vlogs again. Kelly said I can go ahead and do that, but, you know, it's her laptop. I don't want to destroy it and burn it out and all that, so let me know if you guys have any ideas. I'll try to be making the videos as much as possible and let you guys be up to date on what's going on. Check out my Facebook and my Google Plus and my Twitter, guys. I've been posting like a madman on my Facebook too. The Facebook is my main interaction source. It's where I post the most amount of things. I don't really use Twitter that much. Google Plus I use on a semi-regular basis, but Facebook, if you guys want to know what's going on in my life and you guys want to know up-to-date information of what's going on, Facebook is where it's at. So the links are always down below like usual, to get linked up with those. And you know, hopefully I'll be able to see you guys on there. That'll be it for me for today. So thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you guys for you know, showing me support over everything that's been going on. And you know, like always, I'm trying my best to make things right and to move forward with the right decisions and the right motivation. And that's all I can do at this point. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys then. Stay strong, stay wise, you wankers. Peace. Random kitty time. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Come here. Come here. Come on. No? No, you don't want to play? You don't want to play? No? Well, fuck you then.
This is my life as I live with my